This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
This
Just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Yes.
Tori, what were you talking about right before we started the show?
Something about Yellowstone, but I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I totally do. One day we're going to start
One
this show
day.
just 10 seconds before it
Just
actually
a totally
airs.
different show.
Yeah.
Just a very different show.
Hear Tori's illegal Shark Tank ideas.
It would work.
All right. Speaking of illegal, there's more fallout over Justin Timberlake's DWI arrest earlier this week. Police in Sag Harbor released this mugshot of JT in their report. They said his eyes were bloodshot and glassy. I'm sure you've seen this meme all over your whatever social media feeds. And they noticed a strong odor of alcohol on his breath. Justin said he had one martini and was following his friends home. A live street camera also showed a car matching Justin driving on the road shortly before he was pulled over. Justin's lawyer says he plans to vigorously defend him and will have a lot to say about it in court. TMZ is saying Justin will not be checking into rehab. Instead, he will continue to focus on his tour, which, again, kicks back off again tomorrow in Chicago. Meantime, Justin's wife, Jessica Biel, was spotted on the set of her new series in New York. She was reportedly embarrassed and disappointed over the arrest, but obviously still has his back. Gayle King also stepped up to support Justin and said clearly it was a mistake and he is not reckless. I don't know how Gayle King got involved.
I don't know why maybe she was in the Hamptons at the same time. The hotel has also claimed that it wasn't as many drinks as some people are saying, and they're backing him up. Not to back anything up like that, but
Right. Luckily, nobody was hurt.
Nobody was hurt at all, and I think.
Do those people in the hotel, can they explain that mugshot?
Well, the mugshot does look a little
It does.
bad, doesn't
It does.
It
I mean,
does.
I've been on the planet half a century.
Yeah, it looks a little
I've seen drunk
something.
people, and he looks very similar.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean about the eyes.
I've actually looked at myself in the mirror and looked exactly like that, and I'm like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I could go have a couple more.
I look great. They said that the arresting officer was so young he didn't recognize Justin Timberlake. And then when Justin said, this will ruin the tour, he said, what tour? And he said, the world tour.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like they were out to get Justin at this point. And I hope he brings up this message in his following tour and says, don't drink and drive.
Yeah. You know who else doesn't recognize Justin Timberlake as me? I don't know this version of him. It's been a lot of.
He's not the Mickey Mouse Club yet.
It's been a lot of incidents over the last couple of years. We don't seem to be covering as many positive stories, and I don't know if that was just something that he was able to mask for a while. But I'm going to assume on the positive side that sometimes your life takes a slide, and sometimes alcohol has to do with it. Sometimes it's just getting older. Sometimes it's your demons coming out. But people like Gayle King coming out and saying, I don't think he's reckless, that sounds like somebody that cares a great deal for him, and I understand where that comes from. It comes from a place of love. But sometimes that's not what you need. Somebody that I helped stop drinking said that he knew he was done when he got his DUI.
Oh, wow.
And he had been sober for a while, thought he could go back and kind of, be normal.
Right.
And when he said sitting in the back of the squad car, he was like so relieved because he knew he would never drink again. And sometimes you got to hit your rock bottom. I don't think this is it for him because he'll go on to Chicago. His lawyer will handle this. He'll never have to take accountability because when you have money, you rarely do. But you do have to take accountability those last 10 seconds when your head hits the pillow, man. And you just have to be honest with yourself about who you are at that moment. So maybe he'll have that.
And that's the right answer. But let's take it real quickly a different direction. We always leave with satire.
Always.
In whether it's a terrible situation, maybe even uncomfortable, and to death, to anything. Do you think he should say something starting to show off in Chicago or not address it at all?
I think he should address it, only because it's the elephant in the room. And it's I always heard this about comics. You can't laugh if you're nervous as the audience. And if you're nervous for him and worried, it sort of sets the tone off a little bit funny. So I would say something. Now, I don't know if I'd make it too jokey because it's a serious matter.
Yeah, we're not making.
Right. But Steve, the audio guy, said something to me maybe pay for everybody's Ubers that night, or really reach out to Lyft, or sad or mad Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Maybe put yourself on a better path, at least optically. Do you know what I'm saying? So you're not just sliding away. Great Paul Simon song.
I guess.
Is that
but
Simon and Garfunkel?
Yeah, it's Paul Simon right there.
I just think if you paid for everybody's lifts, people would be going places they normally wouldn't.
Yes.
Let me just go to the airport. I'll go there a couple days early. Justin's paying for it. I'm not going home.
You go to Wyoming. I don't know. He's paying.
Or maybe to Yellowstone.
Oh, God.
Kevin Costner is putting some rumors about him to rest. Kevin is on the cover of the current issue of People magazine, where he said he was disappointed over rumors about his departure from his hit TV series Yellowstone. See what I did there at home, if you didn't catch that? He denied that he had leftover tensions behind the scenes. I don't know what that says. And he had always planned to do the series for a limited amount of time. Let's just let Kevin explain.
I really stepped up, I think, to help there, and I said, I'll do it for 3 seasons. I ended up doing it for 5. There's a story to be told there, and with all these other worlds that are being created, it might be an interesting moment to come back and finish the mythology of really this modern-day family. And if that happens, I would step into it if I, agreed with how it was being done.
On a different note, Kevin also denied he is dating singer Jewel. While on Howard Stern's show, he said the rumor started up when they were spotted on Richard Branson's island last fall for a charity event. Let's watch this one.
We have a friendship. We don't have a romance, and we've not dated. She's beautiful and smart enough for all those things. It just has never happened for us. She's everything you might think, but it just hasn't happened. And I have to explain to my kids, no, because, well, she goes, well, where is she?
Yeah, right. They're like, well, why are you hiding Jewel?
He's so hot.
He's a handsome man.
So hot.
I
Did you date him?
1,000,000%. Have you seen Dances with the Wolves? Tatanka. That man is a genius.
With wolves,
I
not
said
the
Dancing with Wolves.
You said with the wolves.
Well, there's some specific
Like
wolf.
the big bad.
Oh, remember 1 sock, 2 socks? That's his wolf.
I have a question because I want to get away from whatever you're talking about.
2 socks is the wolf.
Does it take a little something away from you if you enjoy a show like Yellowstone or Game of Thrones or whatever it is, if the actor shares too much about their personal life? I kind of like not knowing, and that's one of the things that kills it for me. It's just like when you're constantly in the news about, tensions on set. I don't want to know about that. This is about my entertainment for 1 hour. We all work real hard, and I don't want to be thinking about anything except this fictional place and whatever Kevin Costner is doing. So I don't know. It seems like a little bit much, but it seems like people have been coming for him a little bit. Doesn't seem like he generates it.
Yeah, I think his wife, remember that whole situation?
Yes.
That's dragging him down. I think the big thing was his movie Horizons. Am I saying that correctly? He spent many years putting his own money into this, and he really believed in it. And at Cannes, he got enormous standing ovation. And remember, he started crying. And I hope he's turning over a new Yellowstone.
I didn't like that. But I do think he likes Jewel, though.
I think he likes Jewel.
Because if somebody brings it up and you have no interest, you'd be like, Tori's my friend, that's ridiculous. But yes, she's a beautiful woman, whatever. But he said, it hasn't happened yet.
Exactly.
And yet is like a big, I would never say that about somebody who didn't plan on dating in the future. It hasn't happened yet. So I think it's still there.
I hope so.
I think she's kind of giving him the Heisman right now.
I think so,
But that's
too.
some undertone swag. You know?
Yeah.
It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
You like some game?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hot.
You okay, Tori?
Yep.
That
I
was-
like Kevin Costner.
That was
Clearly.
all right. Come on. Coming up on DBL, we're talking with comedian Judy Gold. She's telling us all about being part of a new Netflix documentary, and we're going to talk about the huge sale of Queen's music catalog that's coming up next. movie do you think of? Just real
Wayne's
quick.
World.
Of course, Wayne's World. Yes.
Show our age for sure.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Like
That
a
was
Disney.
Queen's smash hit Bohemian Rhapsody. Soon you could be hearing that song and more by Queen in ads for sneakers or cars or whatever. So Queen's music catalog is in the process of being bought by Sony. Forget this. $207 billion.
It's hard to say.
But it came on like We Will Rock You. Yeah, you rocked that whole thing. That's right. That means their hits like Another One Bites the Dust, Under Pressure, and We Will Rock You. We will be fair game for ads or other uses. The only thing not included is revenue from live performances because the band still tours. If it goes through, it will become the largest music catalog sale by a single artist. Sony bought Michael Jackson's catalog for $600 million.
Whoa.
Also, Bruce Springsteen for $500 million. In April, Kiss sold its catalog name and likeness for $300 million, and Bob Dylan sold his music back in 2020 for an estimated $300 million.
Wow, I think they sold for, am I right? It was $1.27 billion for Queen. 1.27.
It shows
What
you
happened?
the
Oh,
power-
it's not two?
No, I just
Oh,
want you to
okay.
clear that up, just so everyone was
that-
clear. 1.27 billion.
We were off a bill.
We were off by
a
just a
billion.
bill. Just a bill. Just a bill.
But it shows you the power of music.
Oh
I mean,
my God.
that my son, I remember one of the first songs that he liked that was like an adult song. There's a period where your kids go from like listening to kiddie songs to like their first kind of like, well, it's an adult song,
Yeah.
and I like that. And my Elijah loved Bohemian Rhapsody. I don't know where he even heard it, but we listened to it all the time. And it shows you how valuable that art is, where people are willing to pay that kind of money because everybody likes it. And when you want to sell anybody anything, you need to have music behind it that makes them feel good. And these companies know that. And I'm sure they think
1.27 billion
is a great deal for them.
Well, just think about the resurgence of Queen, right? We're a little bit older. We love Queen. The movie's fantastic if you haven't watched it about Freddie Mercury. But now it's going to be in everyday commercials and all sorts of ads. And the younger generation is now going to pick up on Queen and they're going to have a resurgence.
Absolutely. And if you knew anything about Freddie Mercury, he wanted all the attention. All of this is good. He loved it. His performance at Wembley, do you guys remember this?
Of course.
When he warmed up the crowd, and the crowd would go,
It's Dale.
oh yeah, day, but he would do the whole thing.
Right.
His command of the stage was different than anyone else. I'm interested to find out if he's interested in having a hologram. I know Adam Lambert tours with Queen, but if they ever did a Freddie Mercury tour as him as a hologram with Queen as the backup, the regular old guys, I'd pay $1 million.
But I say him as a hologram in the Vegas sphere.
Oh my
That would be
God.
amazing. To go see. Yeah.
Recreate the Wembley set.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We can do it.
Oh my
Got the
gosh.
technology.
All right, coming up on DBL, we share some laughs with the hilarious Judy Gold. Stick around.
such a journey that we've taken. Queer comics, queer history, that all deserves to be talked about. And now is the time where people can.
That was a clip from Outstanding, a new Netflix documentary that explores the history of LGBTQ plus stand-up comedy. One of its stars is a 2-time Emmy winner and a comedic veteran. Earlier, we laughed with Judy Gold.
Please welcome back to the DBL comedian Judy Gold.
Hi there, Judy. I love your Star of David, member of the tribe. Good to see you.
Oh, thank you. Gotta represent.
Represent, that's right. Happy Pride Month as well. What does it mean to you, Judy, to be part of this outstanding documentary?
It is an honor. It's humbling when you look at the history. But I have to thank Paige Hurwitz, who directed this film and really wanted to tell this story because it wasn't easy for us. And as any marginalized group knows, representation is everything. And a great comedian can make you laugh, can make you think, and can also change your mind.
Yes. Well, Judy, there are many amazing comedians that are featured in this film, but who are you most proud to call a friend?
Oh my God. I mean, they're all incredible, but I mean, I love Margaret Cho. I love Robin Tyler. I mean, Margaret and Rosie gave me jobs. And in stand-up comedy, a lot of people don't know this, but as far as women were concerned, we never got to work together because if they had a woman on a show, it would be one woman.
Right.
And so we never ever got to get to this place where, you know, we could become really successful and bring our female cohorts along. And this happened in every sort of group. So, I mean, they would have one person of color on a show. They would have one LGB. It was LGB. Now, you know, we have 400 letters, but we were pigeonholed. And the documentary tells this story of what happens when you come out during a climate when it is unacceptable.
I'm a huge comedy nerd, been doing stand-up for 20 years, and what you were saying about comics taking you on the road, Hannibal Buress, I wouldn't be here without him, so I get what you're saying. But I always like to ask comics this because, you know, you started doing stand-up in college, so those first few years, they're not always in comedy clubs. So did you perform in any weird venues? Because I've done a lot of shows on bar tops.
Yes, I did. The first time, my first like New York gig, well, I had passed at a couple of comedy clubs, but then the first one where I'm like, oh, I'm working this room and I'm gonna invite my parents, was in an Indian restaurant on West 45th Street, I think. And there was a bug zapper right above the stage, and I would tell a joke, and then you'd hear buzz, buzz, and it was,
But you were
killing. You're trying to convince your parents this is your career. It was awful. It was just awful.
Sadly, I love looking back at stories.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. Let's switch gears a little bit here because your son, Ben, he's a basketball player. I'm a parent of two. What kind of spectator are you when it comes to watching his games?
I have been asked to leave. Only like once or twice. The best one, you know, Ben was taking a foul shot, and one of the fans from the opposing team, this is Trinity College playing Tufts University, a Tufts University fan, screams at Ben as he's about to throw the foul shot, "Your mom's not funny." Oh. And I was like, oh my God, that is so going in my ass. And then he sinks the foul shot, looks at the kid and goes, I know, and then runs to the other end of the court. I mean, how neat is that?
That's a comics kid.
What a
I love it.
Judy,
What a burn.
thank you for lightening us all up. We love you. DBL Nation, Outstanding, A Comedy Revolution is out now on Netflix. Don't miss it.
So
thank you
important.
again, Judy. We'll be right back.
Thank you for having me.
Great to see you.
Come back.
So nice to see you all.
The Caribbean is calling you. This June, we're celebrating Caribbean Heritage Month with Sandals by giving away 2 all-inclusive vacations to any Sandals resort of your choice. Watch DBL every day for a word of the day. Then enter at dailyglasslive.com/sandals for your chance to win a 4-day, 3-night escape for 2. The winner will be announced on DBL June 26. Make memories for a lifetime and start entering for your chance to win a trip to any Sandals resort. Today's word of the day is adventure.
Welcome back. We've got some great products from our friends at Morning Save. Check them out.
Steph, what do you have for us today? Let's shop.
Hey Tori, hello DBL Nation. We are so excited to show you everything we've got today. The deals are incredible, so let's check everything out. First up, we've got the Beckham Hotel Collection Lightweight Down Alternative Comforter. The deal includes 1 comforter available in 2 sizes, Full Queen or King California King. Normally this is between $41 to $60.
It's not terrible.
No, but we've got it for $18. That's saving 70%.
Whoa, I love when we have a price like that. I'm like, get 2.
Exactly. You know what? A duvet is something you're always like, oh, do I really need one? But at that price, it's good to get even 2. 1 for your spare room or if a guest comes. Now, this is super useful. We've got a 6-pack of Australian Gold water-resistant lotion sunscreen.
Oh, yeah.
So the deal includes 6 sunscreens available in 3 types. We have SPF 30, 50 or 70. So normally these are $13 each.
Okay, normal.
We have got a 6-pack for $15. It's saving you guys 81%. And up next, we've also got the Malibu Sky sling bag with a front zipper pocket.
Ooh.
The deal includes 1 sling available in 6 colors. And normally this is $98, but we've got it for $19.99. That's saving 80%. Talking of bags, look at this one here. We've got the last product, which is the Olympia USA 22-inch 8-pocket rolling duffel bag. This deal includes 1 duffel available in 3 colors. So normally this is $100, which is a great price.
Yeah.
We've got it for $39.99.
Okay.
So we are saving you 60%.
Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices, or you can scan that QR code. It's right on your screen. It's going to take you directly to all these products on Morning Save's website. Could not be easier. Thank you so much, Steph.
I got nothing.
It's at the point now where I was going to say every bag I look at now, I'm like, oh, that'll fit in the overhead. I have a weird thing. I don't like the hard cases because I'm always nervous it's not going to fit, and then you get that awkward moment where you're trying to jam it.
What a great story that was.
See you tomorrow.